everyone. It's your girl Tink. I'm coming to you today on a different kind of topic, and my main question is: have you ever thought about retirement and planning your retirement while you're young and in the workforce? Well, personally, I have, and this is something that has been brought to my attention, and I've been told so many times by experienced people, or should I say older people, and even some younger people who has planned their retirement and have succeeded. There are some young people who can retire as of right now, because they plan their retirement. I'm just gonna go over a few steps from what I can remember from what I was told about how to plan your retirement at a young age and be successful. So, the first question is, how can I possibly do that when I'm only in my 20s? Me personally, I'm 25 years old. I can start now. I could have started when I was 20. Um, you basically can start whenever you actually start working a job. When you're employed and you're receiving money, that's when you can start retirement planning. Reason I say that is because if you have any thoughts into your future about a family, schooling for your kids, living a comfortable life, and where you want to live, that all plays with, your planning and your retirement. Um, I'm going to start off by saying invest your career. And when I say invest your career, I mean, even though you may not make as much money starting out in your workforce or, whatever field you may be working in, whether it's in the kitchen in a hospital, behind the desk, at a school, or, the top notch, person at any type of company or business. But invest your money. It's hard to invest much money for retirement. So your first priority is to establish yourself. You have to establish yourself in a successful career for your future. In other words, if you plan on being a top notch um, within a company, strive to get that position. It may take time, you have to work yourself up to it, but strive to get to that point. So the first step is to invest in your career, establish yourself. The second point is build build on I'm gonna say build on your territory. I use the word territory, and when I say territory, I mean your home. Um, put in your mind already what you want to do as far as living. And when I say that, I mean know if you wanted to just live in an apartment or a small home. If you want to be a first time home buyer, go look for low income prices, low mortgage rates, foreclosed homes, something small. Don't try to go out and get the big old fancy house just to impress people because, yes, you're impressing, but you're hurting your pockets at the same time. So, why, sit around and impress and the money in your pockets be, in debt and you can't do anything? So, some of the places that provides you a good living area. Some places that I've been told that I've actually thought about was like Las Vegas, Detroit, Florida. Florida is what I've been thinking about. Um, that's that's about it. Get something that's enough for you and that meets your needs, whether it's with you or the family. So my first point was invest your career and establish yourself. My second point was build your territory. Get something that's, you know, enough for you that meets your needs. Nothing too fancy, too expensive. In a good area. My third point is Make sure you're controlling your spending habits. Do not go out there and splurge your money, especially on the most simplest things. Like with food, if you want to go grocery shopping, go buy groceries in bulk. Do Sam's Club. Do I can't really think of off the top of my head right now, but do places like that, like Sam's Club. Places, warehouses where you can buy food in bulk. Um, it saves a lot of money, a lot of time, and it saves you from running back and forth to the grocery store when you're running low on something. So that's with that with food. Also, if you have kids, try, try so hard, or when you have kids, try to refrain yourself from buying them every electronic gadget they can think of that they want. I mean, because the more they have, the more money you're putting out. And you got to think about it, electronics like that. When you have a lot of them, you got to think about repairing them and replacing them, especially like PS3s and all that, whatever that's out. If you have credit cards, use your credit cards only as a convenience to avoid carrying cash. Limit your credit card spending. If you have to, if you are a splurger, especially with credit cards, have it where your bank only puts a certain amount that you're allowed to spend, and once you reach that amount, that is it. You cannot touch no more money from that card. So, I've always been told also, make a dollar holler. So, in other words, if you have just that one last penny, you stretch it out. So, my first point was invest in your career, establish yourself, build your territory, find something that's enough for you that meets your needs. Be in control of your spending. Then my fourth point is when it comes to retirement, most likely, depending on what type of money you're making, how well you're saving, some people retire by the age of 70. Some people may be sooner, way sooner. But your health also plays an important role. I've been told. I'm only sharing what I've been told. So if you're in good health, you gotta think about it. You won't have, as many medications that you have to go spend money on to keep your health going. I'm not saying you will never have any complications or won't have medications that you may have to take, but the more you keep up with your health, the less complications or preventions you may have. Um, what else can I say? As far as health, that goes along with your financial resources with, um, I said medical, long term care expenses, life insurance. You must have that, of course. But we're gonna move on. This is the point where I touch bases on your kids, aside from the gadgets and all that stuff. Schools. I know we want the best schooling for our kids. Who does not? I do for my child. But if you cannot afford to put your child in a public school, I mean, not public school, I'm sorry, a private school where you have to put out money for tuition, don't stress. Find them a good public school. There are good public schools out there that you can find to place your child in. The less money you put out, the more money you're gaining. The more money you're gaining, you can put aside for what they call tuition, where you're putting out money, it really matters. So that's the point with that. This is my last point, but very important point. Save at least 10% of your pay. No matter where you are working, what amount you're receiving, save 10% of your pay. Put that aside for your retirement. Trust me, it will help. But if you get your checks and you spend, and then you have no money left, and then you're sitting like, when that time comes, oh, what am I going to do? What monies do I have? You know, you want to be able to, when that time comes, you can sit back, you can relax, you have no worries because everything's taken care of. Your kids, your home, your health. That's basically about it. I hope what I've been taught and I'm sharing with you helps. You can leave your comments and any questions. I may not know, the answers to all of your questions, but I have someone that I can go to seek advice from, and hopefully I can answer your questions. So once again, thank you for watching my channel, and stay breezy.